I have been working into Oracle landscape for the last 18 years and into Oracle Cloud applications for the last 12 years. Today I want to show you something I genuinely believe is the biggest shift in our field in the last decade. AI agents built inside Oracle Fusion by people like us. And the course we created to take you from zero AI knowledge to confidently building them. Please note, no AI background is needed, and we provide a live sandbox and demonstrate in the live sandbox, and the session could go up to 30 minutes and beyond. Okay, let me start with something that surprises most Oracle professionals when they hear it. AI agents are not coming to Oracle Fusion. They have already shipped. If your organization is on release 25 or later, of course, and most are right now, today there is a tool sitting in your pod called AI Agent Studio under Tools AI Agent Studio. So nothing to install, nothing to request, and it ships with Oracle Fusion application subscription that you already paid for. No new license to buy and no new approvals are needed. So if the technology is already there and already paid for, what is missing? The people. Most Oracle customers today have nobody who knows how to build with it. And that's where you come in. If you already know Oracle HCM or ERP or Finance Cloud, you already have the hard half of this new skill. Your Fusion knowledge took years to build. The AI half, that's what this course adds, and it is the faster half to learn, believe me. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, especially my functional friends. This sounds technical. This sounds like a developer work. This is not for me. Let me stop you the thought right there, because it is the single biggest myth about this technology. This course is for both functional consultants and the technical consultants. Anyone working in Oracle Cloud Fusion applications, of course. There are three levels of using AI Agent Studio, and none of them needs coding. Underline, none of them needs coding. Okay. So level 1, where you use the Oracle seeded agents exactly as delivered. Just turn them on. That's it. With zero prior knowledge, we can start using it. Level 2. Customize these seeded agents, maybe editing their instructions or uploading your enterprise documents. Okay, and listen carefully. When you edit an agent's instructions, you're writing in English, plain English sentences, not code. So we don't need any code to write here. Level 3, creating your own custom agents from scratch. And even here, still no code. The only new skill you need is knowing how to read an API. Read, not write, not build, it's only read. Okay, let me say both of these out loud plainly. I need to know how to code. If that's your question, no, not a single line at any level. Custom agents are developer territory. If that's your question, no. If you can read what an API offers, you build one. And now, some of you are thinking, okay, but I never touched an API in my life. I wouldn't even know where to start. Perfectly fine, completely normal. Many of my functional consultants, friends, have simply never needed to look at one APIs. So we built a dedicated session into the course just for people like them. But first, let me take the fear out of the word itself, API. Think like API is a restaurant menu. So you read the menu that's saying what data and actions are available. You place an order that's asking for what you want, the way the menu describes it. Then the kitchen cooks, and the kitchen is Oracle. Oracle systems do all the work, and your dish arrives. The data comes back and ready to use. So you never have to cook, you just order. Okay. In the session, what we plan, that 1 to 2 hour session that is included in this course, we have 4 things what we will cover. Number 1, what actually API is in very plain language, how to read one, and how an agent uses an API as a tool. Then we walk through a real Fusion REST API together step by step. So no coding, no developer tools, just reading, not writing. So nobody gets left behind in this course, that's a promise. Of course, we'll be covering this in the module 5. Okay. All right. Let's give you a taste of how the course actually teaches. I promise, zero AI background needed. And I want to do the teaching style right now in 3 minutes. Everyone talks about AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, generative AI, LLMs, and most people quietly have no idea how they relate. And here is a whole family with one picture for each that you have already know. Number 1, artificial intelligence, the umbrella. Example, face unlock on your phone. A machine recognizing a pattern the way a human would. So it recognizing a pattern is an important thing to understand. Machine learning, the part that learns from data. Example, Netflix or YouTube. It learned what you like and it ranks what you to show you next. See those matching percentages. Based on your interest, it will rank it. Number 3, the newer jump, generative AI. ChatGPT writing an email. Not ranking existing things anymore. It creating a brand new text. And the last one, the newest layer, is that LLM agents. A real one. Example, Oracle owns payable agent. Its own delivered payable agent. It reads an invoice, checks it against a policy, matches it to a purchase order, and acts. See the green check, PO matched. So most importantly, see the progression from left to right. Recognize, rank, generate, and act. That's the progression. This progression is the entire arc of this course. Okay. And one more taste of the foundations, because this is single idea unlocks everything else. What's that? A large language model does exactly one thing. It predicts the next token. That's it. That's the whole trick. Example, take a statement. The invoice is passed. And what next? What comes next? The model, also called LLM, ranks every possible next word by probability. Example, due word has a probability of 72%. Approval, 14%. It picks the likely one, then does it again, one token at a time. That's every answer you ever seen. And notice one thing here, that what it's not doing, no lookup, no database lookup, no understanding, just extremely good pattern prediction trained on trillions of words and millions of parameters. We'll talk about LLMs, tokens, predictions in the upcoming sessions though, in detail. Now, what brings us to the thing every enterprise leader or even in our solutions or implementations worries about. Confidence of LLM doesn't mean correctness. Sometimes the model LLM predicts wrong very confidently. That is called hallucination. The fix for this hallucination is called grounding. Give the model the right facts from your organization policies, from your organization data or Oracle cloud data before it answers with a citation. Boom, that's it. It won't hallucinate. It start solutioning based on the facts. And here is the good news. Oracle AI Agent Studio builds grounding in as a feature. In the course, you will configure it yourself hands-on, and hallucination is a solved problem if you know how to solve it. So we teach you how. No worry. Now, the distinction, this entire course is built on what is the difference between a chatbot and an agent. A chatbot answers questions. Example, you ask, what is your approval limit? It tells you the policy. Exactly. But in case of agent, it takes an action. You say, approve this PO if it is under policy. Then what it will do? The model agent checks the rule. What are the rule to approve the policy? If rule is met, calls the system and approves it. It takes action. So an agent is equals reasoning using LLM and use some tools to take real fusion actions. Example, call an API to approve the PO. It calls, that's a tool using a real fusion APIs. And a memory. Memory is where we avoid the hallucination by providing some grounding rules and others. Okay, this combination is exactly what Agent Studio lets you build. If anyone asks you how this differs from Oracle Digital Assistants, that answer is ODA, Oracle Digital Assistant talks and agents do. That's your simple answer. Okay. So let's finally meet the star of the course, the AI Agent Studio. It's a design time, no code workspace inside Fusion. You build, test, and deploy the agents without traditional development. And everything you build comes from these building blocks. Number one, agents, the reasoning core, where you write all the instructions and goals you want to achieve with this agent. Tools, what an agent can actually do, business objects, documents, APIs, and all. Topics, reusable instruction blocks will help you to define your grounding rules. Templates, Oracle's pre-built agents, your starting point to create the agents or use the existing agents. Teams, where multiple agents working together. Supervisor, a manager brain routing work to worker agents, So example, I'm a supervisor and I have workers under me. Every worker has its own way of doing it. Maybe one worker is one agent who can answer the payrolls questions, another agent can answer the compensation questions, another agent can answer the uh, uh, leave questions. So supervisor can redirect to the right agent based on the question asked, a manager brain. We can also have the workflows agents where we can branch or multi-step and orchestrate the work within the agent. And the newest one, the agentic applications introduced in the release 26A. This is the next layer up, complete outcome focused applications composed from many agents. Oracle agents, partners agent, or your own agents. This is where the whole industry is heading. And yes, in this course, we don't just talk about it, we build one. And once more, because it deserves repeating, everything on this slide is included with Fusion subscription and you already have. Enough slides. Let me show you the real thing by going into the Fusion applications. Let me open the studio. So let me go to the cloud application now. So here I'm into the cloud application. Okay. So I'm going to the tools. Now before that, I logged in as a user called Curtis Fiati. I logged in as a Curtis Fiati, an employee. Okay. And this person is also administrator who has access to the to build the AI agents and to use the existing agents. So this person is administrator and this person is an employee too. Okay. So because this person is administrator, the person can access that AI Agent Studio under tools. In our upcoming session, we'll talk about the security and how to set it up, how to enable and all. Don't worry about that. So go to Agent Studio. In the Agent Studio, if you see here, the first one is AI Agent Studio, where you can see the all the Oracle pre-delivered agents. These are all readily available. That is across the HCM, ERP. If you see the family across the CX, Finance, HCM, PRC, all the agents, whatever Oracle is offering today, more than 160, 170 plus agents are available, which is offered out of the box. You can see it here and you can play around with any agent and see how it works. Let me open one, very common one every employee uses. Okay, worker. Yeah, that's the worker concrete agent. It's kind of a single point of entry for workers seeking assistance with various aspects of their employment, including compensation, benefits, leaves, and payroll. Okay. So to test the agent or to use the agent, you can copy the template or use the template. I will tell you the use of it. For now, I will copy the template. To copy the template, give a suffix name for it. So example, I'll give a suffix name of RB2 and create continue. Now I got the agent copied with the name of the RB2, worker concierge RB2. Now see this agent. This agent has a master agent, supervisor agent. Within that, we have the compensation child agent, leave and absence child agent, benefit analyst child agent, pay analyst child agent. So if you ask a question to the agent, this agent will direct you to the right child agent. So let's test it. How do you test it? Click on the play icon here for to test it as administrator. For employee, if you log in as an employee, we can enable this agent to any Redwood page and they will access this agent from that Redwood page. Okay. So if this is the agent by default, you can configure what questions to ask to help out, or you can ask any question here. Example, what is my last paycheck salary amount? If you say that, the execution will begin. It go to supervisor agent first. Supervisor agent resolves, okay, this question is more of the payroll. So I have to go direct it to the payroll agent and payroll agent will be kick-started. And payroll agent has series of tools and instructions, which I'll show you. Based on the instructions, it will know what tool to call to get the respective information. Once it gets the information, it will show you, hey, your last paycheck was $2139.97 USD paid on April 7, 2026. Simple. Similarly, if you ask for the compensation information, it will go and get that, or any kind of instructions you provide to the agent, it will give the information to you. Right? So what else it can automate? You know, 1 second. No, what else you can automate? What this automation can do? Example, if you see HCM area, policy, and self-service Q&A, right? Where employee asks about leave benefit policy that is grounded in your HR documents. Our onboarding journeys, a guided assistant walking new hires through their first weeks. Recruiting and screening assistant helping recruiters triage and rank candidates. These are example in course workshops, but you bring your own scenarios and we build those. No? And what this can automate in the finance and ERP area. Example, ledger and variance monitoring. An agent watching financial trends and flagging anomalies before you close, not after. Payables and invoice processing, reading invoices, checking policies, matching it to the POs, the exact agent Oracle demos themselves. Expense auditing, reviewing the reports against a policy, flagging exceptions automatically. All these things can be done using this agent. Right? If we see it very high level, any agent will have, or it will have a detailed instructions. It says that, hey, you are an agent, what you have to do. As a concrete supervisor agent, you serve as a single point of entry for all workers, including employees, contractors, and pending workers who are seeking support with various aspects of their employment, such as compensation, benefits, leaves, or payroll. You just write a simple language in English and tell you what you have to do in detailed instructions. What are your responsibilities? Give a detailed instructions. If it is a leave data, go to leave agent. If it is comp data, go to compensation agent. If it is benefits data, go to benefits agent. Very detailed instructions has to be given. That's it. And the brain behind this is LLM. There is an LLM. Here we are using GPT 4.1 mini LLM. It is a brain. It will read the instructions. LLM will read the instructions and understand what agent to be called, and it will call the respective agent. In this case, it went to the payroll agent. Even the payroll agent has its own instructions. It has a persona. We will tell to LLM, hey, the agent role is as a payroll slip and payroll specialist analyst. Your role is to assist employees with inquiries related to their pay slips and payroll history to ensure clarity and accuracy. And what responsibilities, how to identify the user, and how to handle the specific queries. If you want a payslip history, call a get payslips tool to get the history. Or if you wanted to have any payslip analysis, you use the get payslip summary tool to get the respective information and do some analysis. And if you want to look at the pay policies, look up a lookup pay policies tool to get the information on the company policies. So write instructions and we provide the right tools to look up policies, look for a policy documentation, or to get the pay slips data, call in a tool called get pay slips. I will walk you through what is within the tool and how the APIs are called inside. I'll show you that, but you no need to know into the in and outs of that. So with these instructions, without writing any code, all by giving a simple instructions, you are able to achieve what you wanted to do, right? And I have given some examples what automation can be done in different areas into these agents. Again, these are all examples in the actual course. We walk through the seeded agents, and also we will create our custom agents based on scenarios we provide and based on scenarios you offer too, right? And one important thing, let me cancel this, right? So Agent Studio, as I mentioned, we have a predefined template library will be there. And if you create any agent team, supervisor and child agents, here is a place where you can create the agent teams. And within that, we have different child agents or independent agents. We can create those individual agents here. And every agent need to access a tool, maybe call Oracle Fusion Business Object API, or reference any documentation, or reference any deep links. All these things can be configured in the tools. Tool is what internally calls a deep link, or internally calls a documentation in topics, or internally call Oracle HCM, not HCM, Oracle Cloud HCM or Finance HCM, Cloud Business Object APIs here, and all that. And if you want to call any external APIs other than the Oracle Cloud data, you want to call a OCI, OIC API, you will configure their credentials here. And if you wanted to monitor how the agent is been performing and how much accurately agent is being returning the data based on your expectation, you can monitor those information in the monitoring and evaluation screen. And again, we are going to go one by one each and every detail in our detailed course sessions. Okay. Now, one of the important thing called apps, which is what I was telling, Agentic applications is one level up. It is very, very useful feature which Oracle has released in 26A. This is one example. See the manager concrete workspace app. What it will do? It is basically summarizes. It has multiple agents comes into picture, and it based on the multiple agents output, it will provide a summary. Example, Curtis Fayette is a user. It says that, hey, the team consists of 5 employees based in United States, primarily in the Redwood City and Chicago, working in departments. This role include administrator, blah, 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 with service years ranging from 0.5 to 7.8. Annual salary range from this to this, comp this to this, salary comparison this to this. So it's a summary based on your data. It will summarize it based on your agents under this manager concrete agent. It summarizes this, and we can also have some actionable insights. There are multiple pending transactions, including absence. Do you want to take action? Take action. Action inside by team, action inside by compensation, by talent. So every agent runs behind the scenes, brings some insights, and will tell you that take some action against them. This is a very powerful feature. I think this is the go-to feature for every one of us going further. This is one example what this agentic automation applications can automate. Right? Example, the workforce operations command center. For HCM, it continuously watches staffing coverage, shift drops, absence conflicts, and time cards. It recommends shift replacements. It bulk approves the clean requests. It prevents payroll issues before the happening. That's not one agent answering a question. It's a team of agents running an operation. Take about the collector's workspace for finance. It evaluates overdue balances, invoice aging, and risk signals, and drives collections continuously. Lower days sales outstanding, better cash flow, working while your team sleeps. That's an advantage. The sales command center. It spots contract renewal risk, recommends code revisions, and even prepares the customer communications. So the bottom line, there are 22 ready-made agentic applications shipped in release 26B. And here is a part that matters for you. Agent Studios Builder let you compose your own. And in this course, agentic applications get a full introduction and a hands-on build lab. You won't just see this, you will build one. That's the promise we can give. Well, so how do we get you from where you are today to building all of that? One clear path, 8 stages. We start at understanding AI, assuming nothing. Today was a small taste. Then enter the studio, master the foundation, start with out-of-the-box agents, your first live agent deployed here very early. Then the building blocks, agents, tools, topics. Then teams and supervisors. Then workflows and the integration. We are calling the external API from Fusion Agent Studio. And finally build and capstone your scenarios end to end with feedback. Of course, you don't watch this course, you build through it. Okay, so let's show you exactly what is there in every module. So in AI Foundation, we have 3 sessions, what you saw a taste of today. One focus session entering to the studio, then foundations, then out of the box agents. And notice your first live agent will be deployed here. The lab is the first live agent you will be doing here. Okay. And module 5, the building blocks, agents, tool, topics, knowledge. And right there, the API enablement session placed exactly where agent tools are taught. Anything is a gear icon here, that is more of technical, means where tech and functional people can work together, learn together. Okay. Module 6 is teams, supervisors, workflows, and agentic application, including the hands-on lab where we build one. Then the integration, then module 8, give full use case workshops, your scenarios from guided builds to fully learner-led, and a capstone to finish. So we have 27 sessions, about 40 hours, and the wrench icons, as I said, technical deep dive sessions where functional and technical learners each get their depth. Okay. So next one is the day by day sessions. By each day, what we are going to talk from S1 to S27. Okay. So 4 things. Noticing session 8, your first live agent deployed. Session 11, where the API enablement session right before tools go external. Session 17th and 18th, Agentic applications intro plus a build lab. And session 21 to 25, 5 workshops with the use cases. This is the real structured path, nothing vague, nothing hand wavy. Okay. So the practical details all in one slide, 40 hours, 27 live sessions, 1.5 hours each, 9 modules. Live Fusion Sandbox labs will be available to you throughout the sessions, and dedicated technical deep dive track, 5 bring your own use case workshops, a capstone project too. The next course cohort starts from July 14th. Yeah, please contact for any queries. Okay, so let me go to the next one, the closing one. Okay, so one thing, let me leave you with this. The technology is already in your pod. It's already included in your subscription. The only missing piece across most of customers right now is people who know how to build with it. You already have the hard of years of Oracle applications knowledge. This course gives you the other off from absolute zero with no coding in 27 hands-on sessions. So join the Joyful session, come build your AI workforce, and let's make sure when your organization asks who are here can build agents, of course, the answer should be you. Thank you so much for watching this session. Session 1 starts on July 14th. The technology is already yours. Come learn how to build it. See you in session 1. Thank you so much.